What is up, guys? It's your boy Goon, and welcome to the Whatever Podcast, episode 4. All right, we got six people. You forgot to put freaking COD on the.
That's what I just said.
It's cool. I don't even exist.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I didn't put COD on here.
So
No, I didn't forget to put COD.
we got six people here. We got Nick.
I'm still trapped in LaCour's basement. Send help.
We got Goon. What's up, guys? We got Critty.
I already said it, me.
I'm Critty, by the way. I'm Critty. You're welcome.
We got Jace J Dubs.
Hello.
Then we got LaCour.
I feel really.
And then we got COD.
Chipotle follows me.
All right, so it is episode 4. If you wanna
Oh my god.
watch the video,
Okay, good. I need to do
What?
something.
They're doing impressions of each other, so this is gonna be really interesting. Oh god.
I just
You said my name wrong. You said my name wrong. It is
Wait,
Pedro
is that
Lazor.
Is that Sam in chat? Is that real Sam?
yeah, we don't.
What's
wanna
up,
talk
guys?
about
It's
it.
Sam is rapping?
Hey,
What's going on?
Okay, so
Well, yeah, let's get on with what we're gonna talk about today.
yeah, let's
First,
we
no,
have
let's-
the Twitter.
let's get
We
on
should
what
have
we're
Sam
gonna
as a
talk
guest.
about.
We have the SoundCloud all below the stream.
They're on the
If you want to
description.
check that out later.
I mean, in the bottom.
Panels,
yeah, right
yes.
underneath the stream. All right. So if you want to watch the VOD on YouTube, I guess a couple days after the stream is over, then you can check it out there. If you want to check us out on Twitter, know when we go live, then you can follow us on Twitter. And then our SoundCloud's down there too if you want an audio-only experience.
That's great for the audio and the experience.
All right, now you get paid.
ASMR.
Yo, they could hear everything. They could hear everything that's
Surround
going on in my
sound.
mouth. It's perfect.
By the way, we appreciate everyone hosting us right away.
Yeah.
I notice y'all. Thanks for it.
This episode of the
Notice
Whatever
me.
Podcast was sponsored by the Whatever Podcast. You can check them out at
And water.
twitch.tv/the Whatever
And
Podcast.
water. We're drinking it here. We're drinking
Yep.
it. It's the official drink.
No,
Fast
The
gas
official
hates
drink.
us.
that was last episode.
Oh shit, you're right.
yeah,
What
yeah.
can
No,
we
now
sponsor?
we're gonna lose our fucking sponsor.
This is sponsored. This is sponsored
Damn
by
it.
Oxygen. Use
Oxygen.
it.
We all use it. We all breathe it in.
Yeah. So make sure you
Go
check out the link in the description.
Oxygen.com / it's fucking everywhere.
There you go.
I got spit in my pop filter by doing that audio only
God
experience
dang
thing.
it, Goon.
Ugh,
Nice.
it stinks.
Yo,
All right.
we should have Sam as a guest. Look, or can you just
Yeah,
get
one
Sam
day,
on the
let's get
mic?
we
Sam.
shouldn't. We shouldn't.
One day.
We could give him. He could give us
Please,
some
no.
insight on all the Reddits.
Oh,
All the Reddits.
he's a Reddit insider.
I
All
heard
right.
that he's on Rule 34.
Oh.
I can't speak. I
All
can't
right,
speak.
all right. You know, let's just get into the first
All right.
topic. We don't need to talk about that
We can
anymore.
jump right into our first topic. All right. So last podcast, we talked a lot about YouTube and issues that come with YouTube, and you know, one thing we didn't talk about is YouTube itself, and it's just god awful communication with the community.
Horrible.
Just YouTube. We're lucky to get a couple statements a month on the glitches that are tearing people's livelihoods apart.
Everything's
So,
working fine, guys.
Yeah, that's what they like to tell us.
It's you. It's not
But
us.
I don't know if anyone's seen the buzz. I know Keemstar was talking about it earlier this week, and it was just kind of floating around the news cycle. Something called YouTube AgeGate. And basically, what YouTube AgeGate entails is YouTube, like, basically rating people's channels from kid-friendly, like teen-friendly, and then mature, right? So there's those 3 levels, and if your channel is kids, like if your channel is kids rated, it can obviously be seen on the YouTube Kids app. It can be in it's just like nothing else happens to it. So it'd be YouTubers like Stampy Long Cat, like all those Minecraft YouTubers who are completely kid friendly.
Longhead or something.
Was it? I don't know. I don't fucking know the name. But And then the other levels are teen, which would just mean like it obviously wouldn't be on the YouTube Kids app, but it would be seen and recommended, stuff like that. And then mature, which that's probably where the problem for most YouTubers is going to lie, because it seems like mature means your video can't pop up in the recommended anymore.
Yep.
So
super restricted.
So yeah. So that means a lot of YouTubers like Leafy, I know, Leafy, right? Leafy, Keemstar, stuff like that, they won't be popping up in the recommendations. So
Some
I
might
was just
say
wondering.
that's a blessing.
That is very true.
True.
So I wanted to start off with my first question to you guys. Do you guys think this is good for YouTube? Just start.
Absolutely not.
No, you don't think so?
No.
Okay.
No, because it's gonna shove people into categories that maybe they didn't mean to shove themselves in on purpose. And people can make these slight jokes. They can do whatever, and it'll shove them into a corner where their videos don't get recommended, where their videos don't get shared, just because they made a simple joke or they said a simple simple word that some people might not agree with. And they're gonna get completely penalized for it, and YouTube's gonna get taken over by fucking toy unboxing channels.
Wait.
And
Bro, that sounds so
weird.
Penalized?
Penalized.
Yeah,
What?
penalized.
That's how you
so
say
weird.
it.
No.
That's how you say it.
Okay.
Penalized.
Anyways.
Penalized. It's a
That sounds like
whatever way.
That's
No,
funny.
you have
That's just
to-
like pianist.
You have
Exactly.
to
Oh
think.
my god.
You have to think that some of those channels might deserve it though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
Those channels
Okay.
Definitely deserve it.
Mhm.
But my friend Zolto, man, he makes
Shout out to that guy.
content on. Yes,
I seen his
By
channel.
the way, I recently found out that he freaking he edits for fucking what's his name?
Is this public information?
Yeah, it is. It's very public.
Okay.
But he does great videos and whatnot. Goon's mic is low. How about now? What's it called? He makes great videos and whatnot. And he went onto the YouTube app on his iPad, and he found out that his videos are getting age gated, and that his videos are not being put in the recommended, which fucking sucks because his videos. He curses. That's it.
Okay.
He curses.
Okay.
It's not like he's saying like fucking like edgy fucking
It's not
shit,
like he's
or
saying-
Let me add to
he's
that,
doing
too.
something stupid.
It really
and
depends on
eating
what
a
he's
pepper
saying
and
there.
throwing up in a video.
Yeah.
Like he's saying death to all Jews, subscribe to Keemstar.
No, he's
Stuff
not
like
doing.
that.
He's not doing anything. if anything, he's fucking cursing. He's memeing. Not doing anything going too far in any single way.
I got something to add to
And
that.
his
too.
videos are not getting recommended. He's getting penalized for it. And
Said it again. Said it again.
I can't.
he's getting penis for it.
There you go.
Is that better for you
Much
fucking
better.
children?
Much
you guys
better.
are fucking
Yep.
children.
Thanks a lot. Now we're not recommended on YouTube. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. So,
Now we're not recommended.
Nah, here's another crazy thing to add to it. Corey Kenshin, Expert Thief, they don't really curse. So, but they're also both not on. They're both. What's it called?
Yeah. What's with that?
They're not even. They're not on that. It's because of. See, here's the thing, and I think it involves the games too. Like,
Yeah, I was
It
gonna say
does.
the
It
content.
does.
Yeah.
It
Oh, you make
definitely
GTA
does.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
definitely does.
Yep, and like with Corey Kenshin, he plays like horror games and stuff like that. But
Spooky.
he's throwing like Bible quotes at the end of his videos. It's like you still lose. I'm like,
Oh,
bro,
yo,
I don't even get it,
monsters
man.
need Jesus.
I don't get it. For real, man. It's
Like-
crazy. And it even includes the games. And here's the thing. Like, we all know how many kids play GTA. Like, it's an
Obviously.
insane
Oh
amount.
God.
So like, why is YouTube like, taking this initiative to do this when like Rockstar doesn't, even they don't really. They're just like, this game is rated mature. Obviously it's not for kids. Your parents let you, then well, that's on
Let
them
'em do
and stuff
whatever.
like
Yeah,
that.
man.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, Lacor, you were there with my cousins where they came in. They didn't even say hi to me. They're like, "Hey, GTA 5 mod."
I've been playing GTA
remember
since
you
I was
told me
like
about
7
that.
years old. I played it since I was 7, and I'm not murdering anybody. I'm not like
Same.
some people say I'm a
It's-
nice guy and
It's
everything like
just a
that. Like,
stereotype.
Just
Yeah,
don't go
I
down
was
to the
never really a
basement.
bully or anything like that in school. Like I was a pretty good kid, and I played GTA a lot, like a lot of GTA. I played a lot of violent video games. I've seen a lot of violent movies when I was a kid and stuff like that, but I didn't let it affect me and stuff like that.
Obviously.
You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
I just don't get it. The only reason I think they're doing like there's only one reason they could be doing this. They probably get better like ads when
Yep.
they can.
Yep.
That's what it has
That's-
to be.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Advertiser friendly.
Sam actually brought up a good point in chat. He asked who the judge of this is, and we're still not sure. Like YouTube hasn't told us about this
Probably
yet.
just
How this was actually
automatic.
found out
It's probably
is
just bullcrap algorithms. It's
yeah, tell
honestly,
them- yeah. Tell
it's,
them how
it's
we found
likely.
out.
It's either that or really left-leaning mods. It's
I
one of the
literally-
two, and both are bad. So,
Guys, wait.
I
We
just
completely forgot about YouTube Heroes.
let's not
That-
get
that's
into
what
that.
I thought that didn't exist anymore.
No, it
But
still
It still does.
exists.
It's in
Oh,
beta.
It exists.
You
They
can
probably
tell
just get
Only
kind of
certain
like-
people are.
you can
Can't
tell
wait
that
until
it's,
that comes out of beta.
Only certain people
Mhm.
are allowed to be moderators right now. Like you can
Right.
That's
people
hilarious.
like gloat about it on Reddit. Like there's a tag on the on one of the YouTube subreddits
Really?
where it lets people know if they're a YouTube hero and what level they are.
serious?
But anyway, going
God.
back to
Oh, God.
the whole
Master
age
Prestige
gate thing.
YouTube hero.
I just want to
Grandmaster
give you guys a little bit of
YouTube hero.
insight on like my experience, because my experience with the like restriction mode started like 3 years ago actually, because
I believe it.
he calls it, I saw
Isn't
the
that when
restricted
we
mode
really-
thing.
Isn't that when we
that's
really
when we
started noticing
started.
even like isn't that when people started complaining about YouTube too? Like literally
Yes.
like yeah, it was definitely
It's when
noticed something happened.
It's when YouTube transitioned from a website into a company is when things started to get dicey,
Yeah.
and they've
That's-
just gotten
that's so
more
sad,
dicey
too.
since.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I did the restriction mode test 3 years ago, and none of my videos popped up. I was wondering if it was like a channel thing, because back in the day, I was complaining about like subscriber to viewer ratio and stuff, and like how low it was, and I was like trying to figure out everything I could to solve the issue. And then I saw restriction mode at the bottom, and I clicked on it, and like nobody I was subscribed to, and nobody
Showed up.
like none of my videos or
Yep.
anything even showed up in my
People
my
forget
sub
there's a lot
box
of
or my search.
people that watch YouTube with that don't even have an account and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
well, okay,
So-
okay. No, there's a difference between restriction mode enabled
Mhm.
and being not logged in, because
Yep.
so okay, so also there are like so many different filters, because like let's say you're not logged in and you wanted to watch an age gated video, like an actual age gated video. I'm not talking about a video
Yeah,
that
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
show up when you're
Like a mature video,
not-
like a mature.
like that.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
a pop-up will pop up when you click on the video, and it'll say you must be logged into an 18 or over account or something.
Oh,
Watch
that's
this
right.
video.
Mhm.
So there's
Yeah.
that kind of rating, and then there's also the restriction
The
mode rating.
algorithm rating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
See,
Right.
the algorithm rating is what I'm worried about. Like at first,
course.
like everybody was complaining on Twitter over the past week or so about their videos not being shown up in restricted mode, and I was just sitting there like, what? That's old news. That's not a
Yeah,
big deal.
true.
But then I actually watched Keemstar's video, and I saw like the implications of how
And
they
it
could
made
be
so
rated
much
and
sense
how-
too.
Yeah.
That was the
It
thing.
it made sense about like
Finally made sense.
yeah.
Yep.
About why certain people were dying. And I remember, but okay, also let's not jump to conclusions exactly, because I remember people did the same about Leafy
Oh yeah.
back in the day, and they were wondering why he was dying. And people thought that YouTube just like there was some sort of conspiracy against him. Let's just take a step back and let's, wait for some more proof to come out before we start saying that these things are
Right.
true.
Yep.
Obviously, they are based on rumors. We'll say that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
at
We
least
don't-
the
we
stuff,
don't
the
know
stuff
if
about the
true or
ratings.
not.
But there are screenshots of emails that are very, like 80% probably real, that imply that this is going to be a system that's going to be implemented. And basically, what it's seeming like to me, it's going to force restricted mode on everyone, is what it seems like. And the implications of that are free speech is obviously going to take a massive backseat to appealing to the algorithm of, getting your content teen friendly or kid friendly. So
I mean, YouTube's
That's gonna
not
be
gonna
that's a shame.
care
I'm
about that.
switching
They're
to
gonna
a
like
Kinder
that.
Egg channel, so.
But there, so if you're gonna switch to toy unboxings, everyone, now's the time. Now I know a lot of
that's where the
people.
money's
I
at.
know a lot of people in Twitch chat are probably like smaller YouTubers, stuff like that. So if you want to turn on restricted mode on somewhere and just see if your channel pops up, that's going to be a good indicator of what your channel is going to be rated if the system gets implemented.
Or YouTube comments if you're in the YouTube comments as well.
That's the thing.
Yes,
I was
the
wondering
VOD.
why it took
Or
this
SoundCloud.
long for them. That's another another concern that I've been having. I've just been wondering why it
Stop
took them
it.
so long to actually start
Mhm.
implementing this change into an algorithm that makes it so you can't or can see certain videos.
Mhm.
So I'm still not too sure on
Well,
what's gonna happen.
advertisements back like
Yeah, I guess there's
years
more
ago.
advertising in there.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's this has been a thing. Like restriction mode has been a
Yeah.
thing. I'm not saying
Yeah,
that
but it wasn't like forced upon you. That's the thing.
It's
just
forced
kind of been
upon
more
you
of an
right now?
option. It's good. If they're implementing it, it might be.
Mhm.
No, okay, no. I understand why it's an issue. Like if that's actually true. What I'm saying is I'm wondering why it took them so long to actually go through with this change.
Yeah.
Right.
Quick
It's been
question: Is
around
this
for
a
a
record?
while.
Is this the most viewers we had, or have we had?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shoot! Shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
New record 31.
Shout out
All
to
right.
the
What's up?
host.
Thank you guys.
So lost my train of thought there, but okay. So basically,
Thank God.
with what
Sorry.
Core said, we should not jump to conclusions on this because they are still YouTube has not said anything about
I
this.
mean, they're probably
One-
not.
They just
Just
I
until
doubt-
we get more
They're
proof,
g-
you know.
They're not
until
going to
we
say
get more
anything until they
examples.
release that video on their channel about it, like introducing it, and then it's going to get a billion dislikes, and then they're just
I
not
wanna-
going to talk about it.
I
One
want to
thing we
see
should-
more
They're gonna blame it on
trends.
us.
I want to, yeah.
We should
I
also
wanna
definitely
see, I want
add-
to look at the
yeah.
data. I want to see more trends. I want to see, like some more things. Like what do you call? Keemstar brought up the Leafy thing and how he's not showing up in recommended anymore. I want to see more stuff like that.
Yeah,
Not
we need
just
some more.
a couple.
We need some more
cases.
concrete proof.
Like, isn't it
before-
weird too? Like, isn't it actually weird how like the subs and like the view, like, okay, it's one thing when like some kind of beef happens on YouTube
Right.
and stuff like that, but you don't take a hit like that. You know what I mean? You don't just
Right.
get demolished like that. Like that's insane for something to happen like that. Just like everybody turns on you instantly. Like you would still have some kind of like fan base. He still gets a lot of views too, but like it's crazy. But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is that our final?
I'm just waiting for the next YouTube update where if you don't get to 10,000 subscribers in 2.3 months, your head goes on a burning pike.
The ad revenue's
that'll
not
be a-
there.
Yeah, that'll be a great implementation. So
If you don't have 10K subs, head is on a
Yeah.
pike.
I might as well just make a video, just quitting YouTube and whatnot because, I enjoy my head and whatnot. Speaking of a head going on a pike,
Who?
What?
somebody
Somebody got lynched this week.
really got
Oh.
lynched this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
guys, I know that my mic is too low.
Oh, I see
but
what you mean.
I don't know
I'm
if you
wor-
can
I'm
boost
working
the
on-
audio
I'm-
or goon or
I
not,
I can turn up the gain, but if I talk loud, I might get a little bit choppy. I don't know if that
It's
if
good,
it makes a difference or anything, but yeah, but we'll worry about that at some other time when I do more audio checks and whatnot.
Okay.
So yes.
So, back to someone getting lynched this week. So this week, last time we saw PewDiePie under fire from the media and stuff like that.
Mm.
And not to say this is a good comparison to the PewDiePie situation, it is very different.
Why'd you
This
bring it
week
up?
we saw, tune into episode 1 for that actually.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
But this week it was really JonTron who was under fire this week, and
Mhm.
you
Who's
know
JonTron?
JonTron.
For people that
he's
don't know.
Yeah, good point. JonTron is he's a bigger YouTuber. He's got I think 3 million subscribers, something like that. Millions of subscribers, basically. He's been around for a while. He's not like a channel who like uploads like Let's Play videos or anything like
Makes
that.
great
Yeah,
like
good,
content.
really high quality content, but they come
Really
out like
high.
once every 2 months. So
Yeah.
it's a trade off. But they're good videos and good content, and he had
Lovable
a big
guy.
fan base. Lovable
Very.
guy. A lot of his fan base was really loyal to him until this week when he did a debate with this guy on Twitch about basically immigration, politics, all the stuff with this new election cycle that's come up. And he had some pretty controversial opinions, and his fan base has completely turned on him.
I believe Jose has an audio clip and a video clip that he wants to put up on the screen.
Jose?
As well. No, I'm joking. We're not actually a newscast. We can't pay people. We're poor. We're getting by
Right.
on scraps.
Well, okay. I'll give a couple examples. These are offhand because a lot of the people a lot of his fan base who were initially mad have now seemed to cool off and like delete their Reddit posts and stuff. But there was a Reddit
Or
post.
was the mods?
Yeah, maybe it was probably the mods, to be honest.
Mhm.
There was a Reddit post that like 35 quotes from the debate, and there were some really, really strange ones. Just a couple examples. One, he thinks that America should remain mostly white, like it should keep the white majority, which it's an interesting opinion. That's obviously going to cause some controversy. Another big one, he made this claim. There's very little evidence to back this up. I spent like an hour researching this.
Me
He made
too.
a claim
I think I know what you're gonna
that
say.
rich black people commit more crime than poor white people. There's no merit to back that up. I'm not sure if that's real or not. But I don't think that's a good claim to be making when there's,
I mean,
not much
I wouldn't
evidence.
doubt. I wouldn't doubt that somebody just did for a meme, just like made like a fucking document, like and just shit.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Basically, from my research, it was inconclusive. Like the people, like the websites reporting that were like Breitbart and Infowars, very right-leaning news sources. And, I don't take those news sources, like I don't take them as fact, and that's kind of sad. I don't take them as fact the same way I don't take BuzzFeed and that garbage on the left as fact. You
Mhm.
can't when stuff like that is said. I mean, when claims like that are made, you can't really trust like the news sources. You have to trust there's like third-party stuff.
Yeah, watch it yourself and get your own
Yeah.
opinion. Honestly,
Do your own research.
CNN, like as just for an example, I feel like they're completely one-sided. Fox.
I would
completely
debate on
one-sided.
CNN. I think it's less how they report it, and it's more just which stories they choose to report.
True.
Because
True.
CNN, like, sure, you can make the argument they're biased and everything, but if you read their articles on Donald Trump and stuff, like they're pretty middle. They're pretty middle ground. But like it's just the fact that they don't write that many articles about Donald Trump.
Mhm.
Unless he does something, unless he like tweets something stupid.
When does he not do
Obama has
something
been
stupid?
wiretapping my bananas.
Yeah, like that stuff. But yeah, so off that tangent of news. So basically, the conversation to be had here is like, is his fan base's like reaction justifiable? What do you guys think?
I mean,
Uh,
I feel like
it was
it's
to be
definitely
expected.
justifiable because a lot of people like just watched to see because they heard it. They got it from word of mouth. Hey, John Trump's a racist. Watch this video, and they got that little clip, and they I don't know if they took it out of context, but it definitely he definitely could have said a lot better
Context is a
things.
thing too.
One-
Context is
one-
a huge thing.
Yeah,
Like,
but I mean,
When
some of the
he's-
things that he said
Mhm.
definitely could be controversial, no matter which way you look at it.
Even
But I
with
mean, like-
contact.
No, yeah,
Well,
I
it's-
watched
did
the
you-
entire
it's like-
thing, and it sounds
you guys
even
see
worse
the-
with context.
Did
Yeah,
you
it
guys see
definitely
his
does.
True.
closing statement that he posted?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, he did make a statement where he addressed some of the points, and
Mhm.
there's a video of that. Can we link that? Sure, I'll link that in the Twitch chat
Mhm.
real quick. Sorry, YouTube videos. I guess it'll be in the description, maybe, hopefully. Okay, but okay. So that video
More
there.
work for me.
Yeah, okay. So right. So he made that. He dodged a lot of the points. Like he didn't address
that he
many of the
made.
points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Mm.
just he
It's
basically
a
no, he
typical
basically just said
damage
I
that-
hate when
control.
that happens, man.
It's
I
a
really,
typical
I hate when
damage
that happens.
control.
He
Yeah,
just
it's a
said that he
typical
doesn't know
damage
what he's
control.
talking about, and he just said some
Dude.
things in the heat
Yeah.
of the moment. that
I
he
hate
didn't
when
really
people
mean.
do that, man. Like
Yeah,
if there's
it doesn't
something
make
happens,
sense.
or if people are like accusing you of something or some crazy thing, like like just please explain like fully and just cover everything. Don't dodge anything. I hate when people do that.
But sometimes when people do that, it digs them a big hole they can't get out
Because
of. You
he's
know?
in a big hole. Like if,
Yeah, right now
like,
he's in a big hole
like,
and he is digging still.
if
Yeah.
Destiny
And-
asked a couple more questions, like if he kept digging, like if Destiny was the person that JonTron was debating. If Destiny kept asking certain questions when he got to the parts of like discrimination doesn't exist in America, or what he calls it, it was when JonTron made the
he kept
comparison
dodging the one
between
question.
when JonTron made the comparison between like high crime rates among blacks in the United States and also in Africa. If Destiny kept like pushing that, I wonder what JonTron would have said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
JonTron, the whole debate, if you watch it, he danced around the question of why should like America remain white majority. I don't know if he ever directly answered that. I don't think he
That's
did.
a crazy
Well, I
video.
mean, I think the extra video, the video that he made today, sort of explained
Did he?
a little bit more. Yeah, like he said that
Okay.
if you go around any other country, why should like let's say if you ask Japan, for example, why there are a lot of Asians here, they'll say you'll just look crazy because of what happened. Like JonTron he wants to like preserve the white race or something like that in America,
Yeah,
and basically
In
he
America?
in the United States, and
Mhm.
he sort of linked it to Japan, how
Mm.
nobody questions them when they preserve their Asian ethnicities in Japan. And
Yeah.
but I mean, the
Interesting.
best way to go about that is the best way to respond to that is what Destiny said, and he said you want to compare racist Japan with the United States because they're very ethnocentric and they don't
How did
like
both get
tourists for the
found
most part.
too? That's another thing. You know what I mean? Like how did Japan?
Imperialism.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
no, not
yeah.
Japan. I don't know about
And
Japan.
Japan
Mhm.
came off. If we're gonna get into the history of Japan here,
Compared
Japan came off years of isolationism. That's why they are the way they are. And JonTron is saying, like, he thinks that Japan is more of a role model society, and he thinks that, that the whole like one race thing for Japan has worked thus far, and there's not really an argument to be
Well-
made there. It has worked thus far, but
it's gonna stop working in like the next 100 or so years.
it very
And
well
the
might. Yeah,
workforce
Japan.
is gonna
Japan
die.
is
Yeah.
on the decline. That is without
Most of
that
their
is
people are
undebatable.
elderly. Most of the
Down
That
with
is
the
true.
anime.
Yeah.
I hope the animes. Yeah, I hope the
Hopefully,
animes.
anime.
Deport
Honestly,
all
America will
weirdos.
pick up. America will pick up anime. Somehow.
We need more American animes. We need more.
We need more
more
subbed
Legend
or
of
dubbed.
Korra.
What are the
We need
French
more
ones?
dubbed.
He also brought up like in his newer video that what he was trying to say was he hates the hyphen in like the hyphenated American ethnicity. Like
Right.
when people say African American
Yeah.
or Irish American.
Yeah.
he just
People
wants us
don't
all to
like.
be American,
Yeah, people. Yeah,
which
he wants people
kinda-
to
I can
identify
agree
as
with.
American. Sure,
I can
sure.
agree
Just
with
That's a
as
good
American?
point.
if you want
Yeah.
you want unity,
Sure, that's a good
Okay.
point.
but you can
That's a good
I mean
point.
you could be unified without you could be unified by the American part, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
the
mean,
reason
there's
a
one thing
hyphen.
to be noted here, right? There's one thing to be
Mhm.
noted. It's that he's fine for sharing these opinions. Obviously, if he has these opinions, go ahead and share them.
Mhm.
There's no reason to remain silent.
If
on your
if he
views.
wants that to happen, then all these statistics would be as American, right?
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like nothing else would get
Yeah, that's
mentioned.
an- It's another thing.
Okay, then. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
See that's where
doesn't make
that's where
sense.
Destiny really hit him on. Yes, you want us all to identify as American, yet you're still
Mhm.
talking about the difference between the races in America.
Constantly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
what-
that
yeah.
I don't know.
That's kind of contradicting a little bit there. But another thing was, how America was brought up was, through immigrants and stuff like that. So we didn't come up the exact same way that Japan did. So
Not
that's,
nearly the same. That's very
Yeah.
true.
So I don't get it. But
That-
it
I
really
mean,
rubs
yeah,
them that way.
There is a big debate to have there, and it's full
Mhm.
of questions and stuff and
Yeah.
historical differences. And like we could have that, but that'd be a very long
It would
debate.
be a very
I honestly think in time it'll all just answer itself.
Obviously, yeah. We
things are
wait
getting
another
better.
week. We wait another week. We'll probably talk about this again
Yeah,
next week,
yeah.
and we will have the definitive close
Yeah.
of this whole thing. But basically, going back to what like his fan base reaction, it like they really turned on him. If you went to the JonTron subreddit like a day afterwards, it was all just JonTron hate posts. Just
Yeah.
that's
the
the
whole
thing.
thing was flooded with, and it was like they were all getting upvoted like in mass. So
The subreddit exploded, but I mean,
His
that's
Twitter
a
exploded, too.
Small percentage of his fan base.
What
his
happened
Twitter,
with,
it hit, a lot of his YouTube videos like
what
are-
happened
have a
with
lot of
It didn't-
dislikes.
it
now,
didn't
too.
get- The likes compared to dislikes, it's not even
At least
close.
Ethan didn't make a video on him, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah, he
Ethan
didn't
has
make
made
a video. Didn't he unfollow him on Twitter though?
Did it really?
Unfollow who?
I think so.
Damn.
I think he did that. He did that
Let me see.
like, right
He
after.
might have refollowed. Let me check real quick. You guys keep going. I will check this fact real quick.
If he
No, he didn't.
unfollowed
He
him,
refollowed him.
like-
Okay, he's
Oh,
refollowing.
yeah.
Wait, who?
Yeah. Okay.
Ethan-
H3H3.
Oh, okay.
Decline.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. So. Okay.
He also tried to tie race to culture. Pretty sketchy.
Yeah, I mean there is an argument to be made there that race determines culture, but
Well, okay, so that's the thing. That's
there's no point in that.
like okay. So when
Yeah.
we're having a serious discussion about
Mhm.
race and we gotta better define these terms. 'Cause I remember Sky made a video. Sky Williams, he made a video about race, and definitely a big thing to take away from it is how poorly defined race is. Because I think race is just it's just about physical features. It's not about it's not about culture, DNA, or
Ethnicity.
genetics or anything like that.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
but
That's
some people try to
insane.
link it to that, which or try to link it to I guess where you're from is nationality, and then I think ethnicity is
Mhm.
what's ethnicity?
Yeah, it's
like
ethnicity is more like your culture.
your
It
culture.
does make
like,
more sense.
It's
yeah.
like a combination of I think like nationality and culture,
Mhm.
and so the thing is when people talk about race, they mostly just talk about skin color. At least that's what I see.
Yeah.
Right.
When people talk
Sure.
about race, they're just talking about skin color. They're not talking about your ethnicity or nationality or anything.
Yeah,
That's kind of becoming a
like,
blurred line though. Like a lot of
That
people
that's the
can't
difficult part. When
differentiate that.
people say the term racist, it's sort of like it's sort of you have to question what does it mean, and really I think what people try to say when they say race, like when they try to say that you're racist, they mean like ethnocentric towards
Yeah.
certain race.
Mhm.
But that's like that's a huge thing on its own. Like people argue that race doesn't exist because it's it's too broad, it's too general, it's too inconsistent because people can for example, let's use race in the way that people use race nowadays for skin color. You can be black but not have black skin color, right? Or well, I guess. Well, okay. So that's the difficult part. You can be of
You
gets-
dug
it
yourself.
gets
be
crazy.
You
of
dug yourself a
African
hole,
descent.
Lacour. Keep
you can be
digging.
of so yeah. See, that's the
Don't say
confusing part.
African
No,
American.
you can be of African descent without having black dark skin color, and that's like the inconsistent part. Because let's say you have two people. Like I know two people from high school. They both have an African American father, and
They
then
got different
a
shades.
Caucasian mother. Yeah, and
Mhm.
one has white skin color, one has black skin color. It's too inconsistent,
It's a
Very
good,
true.
that's pretty
so
good.
people-
There's
The whole-
a half
the whole
black
thing
and
is
then like a full
inconclusive.
black and all these things.
And then also when it comes to man, it's so confusing thinking about race and ethnicity.
I think
Yeah.
I kind of
Separating the
understand
two.
what you're
It's-
trying
alright,
to
Ethnicity,
say.
right.
that's the thing. It's
Maybe-
it's just it's too inconsistent. So
Right.
I think
if
that's how we
if
should
we're
leave it.
going to have a an actual discussion about race, we should probably just get rid of the word race.
We could honestly, like, if we want to debate this, we totally could. But I think we should do it another episode when we have a lot of time, because this is a big debate. A lot of aspects of it. We could be here for hours debating it, but
yeah, we'll brush up on it at
right. If we want to come back to it, I'm sure there'll be more stories in the coming weeks. Where we can continue to talk
sure
about
Keemstar
stuff.
will say something.
Keemstar will say something. Someone will say something, and we'll go right back to it, and we can debate it longer and go in more depth. But I think we should talk about the stuff that's relevant this week.
All right, back. Okay, so back to JonTron and his fan base. You said
we'll wrap it up.
You said what he did was fair, or what the fan base did was.
I mean, like it is like while it's JonTron's right, to express his opinion, it is also his fan base's right to express their opinion.
Yeah,
and that's where I think a lot of people are really being hypocritical. Like, who agree with JonTron, they're like, oh, his fan base are just a bunch of lib cucktards who don't know anything, but they're expressing their opinions the same way that JonTron is expressing his. So,
and I respect his right to say his opinions and stuff like that.
Everyone can say what they want. That's the beauty of America. Bald eagle screech.
There you go. Cool. It's a good way to end that there.
Right.
All right. Next one. I'm actually excited for this next one.
Okay. So, the complete night and day topics here, but okay, so envision this. You buy a $60 video game. For example,
that doesn't happen these days.
That's exactly right. Exactly right.
There you go.
You don't just buy a $60 game, right? So, this was a couple years ago, but this is probably the worst example I've ever seen. Anyone remember a game called Evolve?
Yes.
Oh!
It was supposed to be so good.
It's that co-op
Back
game.
in my day, I was excited for Evolve.
I was too.
Until it released.
It launched
like a week.
It launched with $60 price with a $60 price tag, right? But something they didn't tell you. You only get one monster with those $60. Everything, you only get the 4 initial characters and no skins initially with the $60 price. To get everything else, I think it was 2 maps. 2 maps.
2 maps.
To get everything else,
Even
you
Rainbow
have to
Six
pay.
had more.
You have to pay up on $150 worth of DLC. That is ridiculous. So not only is that scummy and horrible business practice, but that is just straight up anti-consumer. That is just a middle finger to people who buy the game.
Disgusting.
You know what I say? Does anybody remember Lego Star Wars?
Yes.
The amount of grinding that you had to do to get them 1 million blips so you could pay for Ghost Yoda?
Ghost Yoda! Ghost Yoda, the real.
That was my man! And I grinded for that!
Right.
Never turn back on my boy Ghost Yoda! But guess what? Let me find out if you could pay for characters in the new Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
It's probably
Oh my
very
God,
likely.
okay.
Yeah, you probably have to buy little packs of the pieces.
So yeah, exactly. So if we compare that Lego Star Wars with the games of nowadays, it back in the day, I hate to sound like a fucking elitist pleb, but back in the day of gaming, right? There wasn't an option for you to buy 1 million studs just to immediately unlock Yoda.
That's why I still respect.
You had to work for it. You had to work for it. Well, even Nintendo, they have 8 DLC characters for Smash.
Yes, there is.
I
am triggered.
Okay.
And they just come out with a good game first.
You can get an Empire Strikes Back character pack, and you can get 3 character packs with the season pass.
Oh my God! Lego Star Wars has a season pass.
Also,
Which Lego Star
You
Wars?
get an
new
exclusive
one.
Finn
Oh,
Lego
shoot, rip.
mini game
Oh.
with the deluxe edition.
Oh, the
Tell me
deluxe
why the
edition.
mini games that I got, I had to fucking get. You know those collectible things
Oh, God.
that you had to
Yeah.
get? There were
Yep.
two on each
Yeah, I
level.
know exactly
You
what
had
you're
to find them, and I spent hours getting them. Meanwhile,
sound like you were
who
burned.
knew I could pay $5 extra for the game to get the fucking mini game.
You know, right? And
I was burnt out.
we're just talking we're just talking about single player games here. Multiplayer games
man.
is where
Call
it
of Duty
gets.
4. Tell them about Call of Duty 4.
I don't know. I'll let you take it.
Okay,
away.
okay,
no, no, no.
all right.
The new-
Let
wait,
me-
are you talking about
go
Let me
ahead.
say
remastered?
this. Let the Codfather say this, okay? I don't know why I said it like that, but
You don't even
I
play
make it
COD.
sound like I own the
Let
game or
Daddy
something like that.
take over.
Is that your
Okay.
title, your name?
All right, so both. Anyway, so this is what happened. All right, I think it just released too. I don't know. I think it did. So COD 4 remastered. You know, the game that you kind of somewhat get as a not really a bonus, but you can't get it unless you get Infinite Warfare.
And that is
Or
scummy in
whatever. No, wait,
itself.
Infinite
That's what it's
Warfare is
called,
the
right? Yeah, it
bonus
is.
game, basically.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that
That's
is
the-
scummy.
That's the bonus game, right? So if you actually try to split it, how much was the game? 80 or something like that?
Yeah.
Something like, or was it
$80.
70? I don't even know. 70, $80
Something like
for
that.
both. Yeah.
$80.
And you
So-
needed to download it as
Yep.
well.
So technically, you get COD 4 for like $40, right, or something like that. And then the DLC, they have a DLC for COD 4 maps remade. Like the maps, they're $15, and it's how many maps? What is it? Like 4 or something like that?
Yeah.
They. Oh my gosh!
4 maps?
I'm completely shook. Honestly, like I can't believe they did that. Like I really can't believe they came out with paid DLC for a DLC in itself or something like that.
Right.
Honestly,
That's-
like it's gonna
Dude.
it's definitely gonna come to the point of
Yeah.
microtransactions that
Yeah.
like companies are already greedy enough with their
Mhm.
games, but like as this for an example with Call of Duty, like first off the
It's
price
tough.
is gonna go up because
Mhm.
prices skyrocketed. For I remember going and picking up Dead Rising 2
Mhm.
for $30 when it first came out,
Mhm.
and now I'm paying $60 for a game, and now people are paying $80 for
And
a
here's
game,
the thing,
so
I
that they could get the game
Oh,
that
shoot,
they
my headset
actually
just turned
fucking
off.
want.
What the heck?
And that's what's gonna end up happening.
Well,
They're gonna
Here we
like
go.
they're gonna sell a game, and they're gonna get. But if you want to play the better game,
Right.
Mhm.
voice crack,
Mhm.
then you're gonna have to pay $20 extra.
Here's another
Or
thing.
to get
Oh, yeah.
the ending, you'll gonna have to pay money
Yeah.
for it, which they did with Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. The game's
Which
not
I'm
even for. It's
pissed about.
$20 actually, technically, because the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is 60. The extra thing is a bonus content.
Yeah.
That's $20. The DLC is more than half of the whole game itself of COD 4.
Fucking Christ.
Like,
Can I-
oh
okay.
my goodness.
Can I just
think-
say, right? Can I just say? So for a game like I am even gonna throw a game like Rainbow Six under the bus here. For a game like Rainbow Six, you're gonna end up paying like $40 if you want the season pass, $40 extra on top of the initial purchase. And can I just say that is double what I paid for Rust. And do you know how many hours I've gotten out of Rust? 800 hours.
Five.
I've gotten 800 hours out of
It's
Rust.
a choice to buy
Insane.
the season pass, though. It's not
Right.
required.
Yeah, it's not.
Right,
It's not.
but
enough.
no, shut up and listen. Listen, this is where it makes me very, very angry.
Overwatch.
It gives you a leg up on everyone else. You have
That's the
you
worst.
get the new operators instantly. Whereas
That's not a leg up. though.
listen, yes
That's
it
not a
is.
leg up because
Yes,
No,
it
it's
is.
you wanna
not.
pay-
You're just
no, because you can
just
still
suck
pay
at the
for
game
them
dubs.
anyway.
You just suck
No.
and you
You
don't
can-
know how to win.
You can pay for
You
them
just
anyway.
suck.
If you don't get the
Listen.
season pass, you can still pay for them. You would
Listen.
have the same leg
My
as
skill
the other person
aside,
with the third
my
leg.
skill on Rainbow Six aside, it is stupid that you can pay $40 and get all the new operators instantly, whereas to get them without paying, you have to grind. You have to grind. You have to get 25,000
maybe-
renown.
it's
You know how
maybe
much
like-
renown? You know how much? Shut up. You know how much
It's maybe-
renown you get after a win? You get 300 renown. You
It's
have to
maybe
get
like a 6-hour
25,000.
grind. It's maybe like a 6-hour straight grind. That's not that
Or,
bad.
They're
or
doing
you know,
the
you can
same
just lace it up and pay
thing.
$40 and get them all.
Or
That's
or
the
they
Overwatch
and,
2
For Honor,
hero.
aren't they?
Everybody
Yeah,
gets it.
For Honor, another prime example of scummy microtransactions.
Oh wait, did I say
That's
For
just-
Honor? My
okay,
bad. I
you're
meant
just
Overwatch.
calling out Ubisoft.
No, I said For Honor.
You're just calling out
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
They're doing the same exact thing at For Honor.
Ubisoft and EA are the biggest offenders.
Well, the thing is, okay, Sam brought up this good point. He says that companies know that if people keep buying, like they're not losing anything, and they know that
Exactly,
like
because
Yeah.
there's
if they
idiots like you who will
That's-
defend
well,
it.
no,
That's
because
Call of Duty microtransactions.
yeah,
and
Call
supply
of Duty
drops. They
Infinite
made
Warfare,
more
like
on supply drops than they did in game sales, probably.
well, they
okay,
knew
okay.
that
See,
people
there's
would
a
want
difference
the
between oh, no, there's
remastered
not,
Call
never
of Duty
mind.
4. They knew that people would want Call of Duty 4 remastered,
And they knew people
so,
didn't want Infinite Warfare. So
yeah, so they just bundled it together to force them
See,
to buy.
I think
buy them
COD
both.
really
We knew
messed
that,
up.
Probably would have been its own game if the YouTube video didn't get so many dislikes.
That's true.
Honestly, it would have came out as its own thing, like a standalone.
yeah, and then
Yep.
they're like, oh shit, they don't like this.
Yep.
Throw that in quick.
Yeah, and like idiots, everyone fell for it. Everyone paid $80, and guess what? Infinite Warfare was the top-selling game of last year, even though the trailer has the most dislikes any trailer has ever had on YouTube before.
Yeah, they basically hook, line, sinker.
It's like going back to your
They-
ex
they-
over
they
and
got
over
it.
and over
Props
and over again.
to the corporates at Call of
That's-
Duty.
Marvin's room.
That's
Well,
can I
it
say
does
something
to
about
you.
the COD
played.
thing?
So,
This is-
somebody got to raise them.
It's
they
you
picked that right.
This
exploited
is the
your
thing.
dumbass fan base for the 80th
Yep.
time, and it worked.
Yeah. This is
Okay.
it's one thing that they know, like it's one thing they know we don't like the game. It's another okay. Like, okay, how do you not I understand it's a business and everything like that. They have to make money and stuff like that. But like, you know, there's so many companies that do it right. Like for example, Overwatch.
Exactly.
All the maps they drop are free. The game, they don't separate like their audiences and stuff, like, you know, the players and stuff. With Call of Duty, every single DLC map that comes out and you get the map, it separates the people from the original ones that didn't get it, and so on and so on and so
the
on.
fan base.
It's even worse
Then
with Call of
even
Duty
the games
Infinite
every
DLC
year.
plus COD 4, the game plus COD 4 DLC. There's
Yeah,
literally
now.
gonna,
Oh my god.
it's insane. It's literally
I heard that.
insane.
Okay,
I heard
so-
that it's tough to find a game in.
It's so hard to
in,
find. I wouldn't know.
COD 4 remastered because of the
It's
split
so
fan base
split up.
and the map.
And then
I forgot
now.
what video I was watching the other day, but it was talking about how Microsoft like okay, so Left 4 Dead, right? It came out with the some odd campaigns that came out free on computer,
oh,
right?
I heard about that.
And then you had to pay for it on the Xbox
Yep.
because Microsoft
Yeah.
decided that
Microsoft
that they
That is not Valve. That is
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
scum. That is scum right there. Microsoft
Wait, what
is
happened?
taking Valve's creative control away from their game to shill out and make an extra $20.
yeah they basically
Wait, what happened?
Microsoft forced Valve to put a price tag on their DLC that was free on the computer, but like
Right.
they had to pay for it on the Xbox because
Over. Okay.
that's what
I-
that's what
dude,
Val- that's what
yeah,
Microsoft
if you're
wants.
gonna milk us-
if you play both versions of Left 4 Dead 2, the Left 4 Dead 2, we're specifying not Left 4 Dead 1. Left 4 Dead 2 on the PC comes with every single Left 4 Dead 1 campaign. But if you play it on the Xbox or the PS, I don't know if it's not even on the PS3. Never mind.
No,
If you
it's
play it
not.
on the Xbox, you will see a glaring difference in that the Left 4 Dead 1 campaigns may or may not be locked behind a paywall. May or may not.
See, that's the
Insane.
thing. What do you call it? I watched Drifter. He used to make, or I think he still does. He makes Call of Duty videos, but he's trying to branch out to other games.
No, I
He
think
made
he's
a-
branching out now because I just
Yeah.
saw a video about that literally a couple of days ago.
He made an
wow.
Overwatch video about like he said he talked to developers and did his own research and stuff, and he talked about how Overwatch like gained popularity and how they
Yep.
how all that stuff. Basically what he said was what they did was they gave the game to like people who make fan art on DeviantArt and all that stuff and cosplayers, and that promoted like the cosplay side and the fan art side and all that stuff, and it
Beautiful.
generated popularity. I'm talking about the beta, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they got popular, basically. But then he also talked about their business practice and why
Yep.
the game is $40 on PC and $60 on console. And I didn't do too much research on this, but he said
Mhm.
the reason that they had to do that is because consoles have weird pricing laws or something like that.
Yeah,
and
they have
it's like
something.
the environment
they
or whatever. And
didn't
they were
let-
basically
They
Wow.
forced
probably
to
all
do it.
agreed. They probably all
Wow.
agreed. They're like, yo, you know, because internet companies do that with each other, and like AT&T, and like those guys, they'll be like, yo, we're gonna drop this.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, cool, we'll drop it after you guys. Then we're gonna, you know what I mean? Just to like, they all want to make money, so they have to work with each other. Because if you're just constantly competing
Yeah,
with
as
each
hard
other
as
and
it
stuff like
is.
that, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
It's
they're
definitely
doing
the
that.
consoles. Yeah, it's definitely what
Mhm.
they're doing.
It's a console thing, exactly. And with Overwatch, like it's just like, first of all, they're Activision. Like Activision owns Blizzard and stuff. Like you would think that like Call of Duty would, you know, take a, you know,
Activision owns
listen.
Blizzard? What?
Yeah, they bought them. They bought them. So
I thought Activision was like going out of business or something like that.
no, they're making way too much money. They're making they're
Really?
far. They're
Supply
so
drops.
far.
I
They're
heard
so
they made
far
like
from
at
yeah.
least a billion.
I'm
last
thinking. I'm
year.
thinking of something else then.
Oh.
I forgot that Activision
No, dude.
had Okay, never mind.
No.
Never mind.
Yeah,
I'll
they
be over here.
yeah. So they own both, so they're just making stupid money and all that stuff. But I don't see why they can't take learn a lesson from how Blizzard's doing with Overwatch. Another thing that people don't realize is look at the popularity on Twitch and stuff like that. Like Call of Duty it's because of how they signed what's their name again? What's that?
MLG?
MLG, yeah, which is so I think Nate Shot talked about this too. That's like they're not even the most popular streaming and stuff like that. Overwatch is like on Twitch all over there, and there's just barely any like big names that are on Twitch because of, you know, the money and all that stuff. Because Call of Duty is like, yo, you know, we'll pay these people, come to MLG TV. So the community is just not as strong.
More
and stuff like that.
deals, yeah.
Yeah, there's more exclusivity, and that's the point I'm trying to come at with. It's it's one thing that the business practice, but if you're gonna milk people, you want to give them at least the best experience you possibly can and stuff like that. But they're not even worried about how it's better for us. It's like it's literally, it doesn't even matter if it's gonna make the game better or not. Just make the absolute
drives up
100% most money possible and stuff like that. Like and they're already like in trouble basically with the audience because of like they didn't listen to us for what we wanted. So that's one thing. We already didn't want this game, Infinite Warfare and stuff like that. They give it to us anyway. It's like, all right, you would think they would at least try a little bit more with the community, maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe host some more things, you know, do some more things for the community. Nope. This DLC, this blah 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 blah, and all these things. They did nothing like just for the community and stuff like that. That's how they're failing, man.
It's like at what point does it go from like, let's make a well-made game to let's see how much money we could gouge out of these people.
Yep.
Like it's honestly
people.
disgusting.
It's
but,
possible
you know,
to do both. You know, it's really possible
honestly,
to do both.
I'll pay if
Yeah.
it's good enough. But I mean, like,
Exactly.
companies have just been getting sleazier and sleazier. But that's what it is. It's business. You're trying to make money, and but the practices aren't like fucking like cool. Like at first it was all right. Like, oh yeah, Black Ops 2 DLC. You know, Moon. I was super excited to fucking get Moon. I got it the first day. But like now that I have to pay for like a game, like pay for a game that I don't want, pay extra to get the game that I actually want,
Split the community and everything.
actually download the game that I don't want, so that I can download the game that I actually want. And it's
I don't even have
honestly
Infinite
fucking
Warfare installed.
stupid.
I have it semi-installed so I can play COD 4, but I like it has. I can't. That's another thing. They know it could have like it was a digital code, right? So when you get a digital code, you're able to.
Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, they made it like they went out of their way to make sure that you have the game.
That you have to
Warfare.
have.
Yeah, you have to have the disc. You have to have the disc in the PS4 in order to play the digital game COD 4. Like that makes no sense. They literally went out of their way
So
to do that.
stupid.
It's insane.
And
You guys-
that's where companies are at.
Okay, so
Crap, my headset. I
well,
can't hear
about how
anything.
they're
Activision.
sleazy.
My
Like,
headset down. I gotta
do you remember
charge
the days when you just go to
Okay.
like I don't
I
know
can
the
hear.
store and you pick up like I don't know just some Nintendo 64 cartridge and that game was how it is. There was no patches being released for
no
it.
patches.
The game was fully polished as much as they could before they released it.
Yeah.
Like what
I
happened
miss
to
that.
those?
I mean, the
Like
games are
now they
also
release
simpler.
now they release broken games
Now they-
so that they can just patch
they-
it on like as they please.
They rush it out so then they can meet the deadline and not have to spend more money on trying to fix the game. They get it
Mhm.
out so then they could make their money back and then they could use the money to pay people to actually do stuff so that they could fix the problems.
Like
and they can make money while they're fixing it. I feel like
Mhm.
that's what it's come to at this point. Nobody really cares about making an actually good game. I mean, some
It's the
companies
indie.
take their
It's
time
the
to make
indie
an
devs.
actual
It's
good
the
game.
indie devs that care,
Yeah.
but AAA
The
doesn't care.
ones that have nothing will take their time to actually make a well polished game because they don't know the fucking big giant wealth. They don't have offices of like fucking like 100 people working on the game. They have an office of maybe, if they're lucky, like 5 to 8 people working on the game. And like they'll actually work to polish out the game, and they'll be there like with the community, like saying like hey, this is our Reddit, come here. Like in Rust,
Oh.
they'll be like fucking tell us what's going on, and they'll communicate with their fucking
Okay.
audience. And
Mhm.
think of this. Do you guys remember Banjo Kazooie?
yeah,
That was
Yeah.
a game that was delayed 8 months just so it could be polished and finished and ready for consumer use.
Mm-hmm. GTA.
8
Same
months.
with GTA.
And
Hey.
look how great it turned out.
Yeah, well,
And-
yeah.
on the same,
but now
on the other coin, on the other side of the coin, fucking No Man's Sky was delayed a year, and look how it
True.
turned out.
True.
It is unacceptable
they're-
that they
they're
made people
still-
pay $60 for a game they're still adding features to, like right now. Like they're adding
that's
core
because they're
features right
abusing
now.
the
That is
power of being
stupid.
able to add patches and updates and new features and stuff like that, and they're not
Mhm.
focusing on the fact that you need to finish a game and to exactly what you want
Yeah.
before you
I'm
release
okay
it.
with
No
patches and
DLC,
stuff like
nothing
that.
like that.
Patches
Just-
make the games
just
better, but I
release
just
it.
wish they would be like, they would do
Just
that
a complete-
beforehand.
Just a complete game.
There's two
Like AAU
examples
arc.
here. One good, one bad, right? Okay. Good side, Overwatch. They're doing the patches right. They're adding more maps, more content. The game is
Yep.
polished and finished. They're just adding more content.
That's what
On
should
the
have
other
came
side-
at once.
Well, they're also doing
They're
balancing stuff.
they're
but, yeah.
abusing my
also
emotions
talk to the
to
audience.
want stuff now.
And then on the
that's
other
what-
They're not
side,
giving
you
it to
see
me now.
No Man's Sky, who are literally adding core features that needed to be in the actual release.
You
They're
guys,
adding them now.
No Man's Sky is literally the most. I've never seen such
That is
like,
the
a disgusting
epitome.
launch.
Just a
I literally,
disappointment.
you guys don't understand how mad I was when I saw. Like I think I even said something about it, like on streams and like tweeting about it. I'm like, dude, you know when you don't hear something about a game or you don't see enough like footage and stuff like
Oh,
that,
we
it's
saw
about to come
nothing.
out.
We got
remember
literally
that?
nothing.
You remember Dubs? Yeah, I'm like,
Yes.
dude, red flags. The game launched. I'm like waiting for these reviews. I'm like, I actually had a feeling. I'm like, this is gonna be bad. I'm like,
Yeah,
Yeah, this is
I
actually
knew it
gonna
was
be
gonna
bad.
be over. I was hyped
Mhm.
for it the first
that-
time that I saw it at E3.
Yep,
but
same.
then again, so was everybody.
Yeah,
And then
that
when it
was
got closer to
ridiculous.
the release date, I was telling Dubs, I'm like, listen, I honestly think that this game is gonna be trash. I don't think that it's gonna live up to the hype.
True
And
Raptor.
I think that
True.
a lot of the shit.
I canceled
that's
my
gonna-
pre-order
like,
after all the
Yeah.
after all
if
the
it-
things started to happen.
I've never
worry.
seen a developer lie to its fan base
Yeah, that was
like that much.
You can
To-
Are you gonna be
developer
able to play
lies,
with your
so-
friends?
I think
Yes,
developers
you know.
just rely too much on being able to update their game and add DLC and all that.
Mhm.
rather
That's
than
okay for an indie
adding
developer,
everything.
but for a triple
Well,
A,
no. They just rely way too much on it. Like
They were
should
indie
just.
though.
But that can be a good thing. That
Indie-
updates can be a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
They-
No, no,
they
no,
were-
like I
you
said,
say it
patches
like
are
you
good,
say it
man.
like
They
indie.
started indie and they fucked themselves.
You say it like
Patches are good.
indie developers don't have the same power to as AAA developers in the process of making the game. Like they all have the same tools, and
If
they
not,
they have
less.
the same
They don't
power
have
to,
they don't have
to make
nearly
the
the same
same.
amount of funding or manpower
Mhm.
than AAA developers,
So
or
they can
assets,
spend
or
a lot of
ability to
time
create their own engine
doing
most of
it.
the time.
Mhm.
I think AAA's just have too much we have too much expectations from them.
Bam.
They're
We
have
just
too
able-
much
AAA, since
expectations
they
for
have the since they have
AAA.
the funding from their previous games.
No,
they're
no,
able
no,
to spend
no.
a lot
I
of
kinda-
time.
No,
I
people
agree
have
with- I
low.
agree
People
with
have
Shitty.
too low of
Yeah, yeah.
expectations.
No, I agree.
No,
with people with the high
no,
expectations.
no,
yes,
no.
yes.
I think
Because
it's
I
just
will
you, Dubs.
directly-
I know you
AAA
lost
game-
faith. You lost faith a long time ago, but there's still a lot of
Mhm.
other people.
I
that-
directly refute that. I
who
don't
want
think.
the
I
next-
think
who
people
think
are
the next Call of
expecting
Duty's
too
gonna be the next
little.
big
Hi-
thing.
People are expecting
People
way
that are
too
people
little
that
from
are people that are diehard fans of a series, they will have such high expectations
Mhm.
of a series,
Mhm.
or
Yeah, like-
people that are really big fans of one certain company that makes, like Bethesda. I'm a really big Bethesda fan because a lot of the games that they make are really great. When I tried Prey, my expectations were crushed. Like,
Oh, okay,
No,
okay,
oh, wait,
sure.
was it Prey?
The
No,
hype,
and
there's
also-
a difference
there's
between
also,
expectations and hype.
No,
The hype is
expectations
bad.
is-
Expectations are
You're
need to be
you're
high.
you're confusing the two then, Dubs. Because think of Zelda. People
also-
expect a certain thing out of the Zelda series, and the
And-
new Zelda is not a Zelda game. That's like
Well, guess
it's
what?
just not.
People expected a lot from the new Zelda, and guess what? It delivered, and it shows
Oh,
as
no,
a
no,
98
it-
on Metacritic.
No, it
And there's a
delivers.
reason.
It fulfills
Mhm.
its hype, but it doesn't fulfill the expectations of a Zelda game.
Debatable.
Exploring the world, solving puzzles just to like.
There's a lot of
get
that.
a-
There's like 23
no,
tomes
no,
or some shit.
I'm talking about just going from point A to point B. That's a Zelda game. You do the
Okay,
puzzles.
right, but
Okay.
okay. Nintendo is known for innovating on their IPs, and this is what they did with Zelda. They made it an open world game because a lot of modern gamers
But
like
that's not
open
Zelda.
world exploration. Well, guess what? People don't care because it's a good game. People had high
Yeah, it's a
expectations.
good game,
and they
but it's
crushed
not.
them.
No, it good. It was high.
But
It was really good hype.
I
That was
see
hype.
a lot of high expectations from people, but like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to bag on you or anything, but I think Dubs, to be honest, I think you probably just give games low expectation because a lot of times when we're like
It
when
is
we're
hard to
talking
impress
about
you with
like
the
a
game.
game that's coming out and
No,
whatnot,
it's not.
you
It's
say,
not hard.
Oh, it's gonna be trash.
It is not
it's gonna
hard.
be
It is
trash."
not hard
You
to
always say
impress
the
me.
games are gonna be trash before you even play them.
That's because when I see
Unless you're
see
just
all these
putting up a
trailers,
facade
when
like
I
I
see
can
all
do.
these when I see these trailers and I see these articles of
Yeah.
like, and they're just stories of
Put the
what
controller in your
what the
fucking hand and
developers-
play them,
what
and
the
then
developers
say
are
it.
doing, like what they're doing to the game. I'm
Oh
like,
my God.
mm-mm.
Oh my god.
Red flags go up in my head when I see things like, oh, launching with DLC, launching with delays, expect a day one patch, like shit like that.
Don't read that
We're
stuff,
not even
just
talking about that.
Look at
We're
the
talking
gameplay
about just-
trailers, or look at.
That's
look
what
at
I'm doing,
My bad,
but
not
okay,
trailers. Look at
gameplay
the gameplay
trailers are
just
deceiving.
gameplay only. Don't
There's
look
a
at the
deceiving.
cinematic trailers. Just look at the
No,
ones where
even
people
the
are just
gameplay,
playing.
the gameplay that's very those can be deceiving because it could be scripted
No,
gameplay.
okay, so that's the thing.
That's
you have
true.
To see, you
That
have to
part
look
is
at
true.
it for what it is. You can't like for what's the new game, the Ubisoft game, open world like
For Honor?
GTA. Don't look at
Ghost
that.
Recon
don't,
Wildlands.
Yeah, don't look at the
Oh,
don't look at all the scripting that they did. Don't look
Watch
at the missions. Look
don't-
at like
that's
look
not what
at
I'm looking at.
look at the gameplay. Look at what
I
you
looked at the
would do
downgrade
with
though.
it. And yeah, that there was that.
Yeah, Watch Dogs 2
downgrade.
came out and it was
Yeah, just
Sure.
look at
it was
look at what you can do.
so
Use your own
well made.
imagination. Don't
Watch
don't
Dogs
let
2,
the
sure, it
trailer
was
do
fine.
it for you.
They learned their lesson. Yeah, it was
But,
fine.
okay, Watch Dogs 2, it was fine, but they have this thing like nowadays modern shooters. I don't think. See, I have this philosophy that third-person shooters don't take any skill, and the reason for that is because I don't see the skill in like when you can see around corners without actually peeking and
Well-
stuff. And I don't like games. I don't like games like Watch Dogs 2 and Ghost Recon because they don't take any skill. You can just sit behind a corner and know when they're peeking.
Watch Dogs 2 was not supposed to take any skill.
And
Yeah.
okay,
It's supposed to
for
be a
me,
game that you sit back
a game
in
where
a
there's no
fucking couch
challenge
and you
is a
play
game
the
that's no
game.
fun. For me, a game that
It's a
has no
single
challenge,
player game.
it's boring though because like there's no
You
there's
go
no
in there,
challenge.
there's difficulties in it.
Like
There's
what?
difficulties
What's the
in it.
difficulty in Watch Dogs 2?
The difficulty setting. Put it on easy.
Okay, but
put
even-
it on hard.
Okay, but even all right. So here's the thing: back in the day, when you put a game on hard, it would change like the AI pathing, stuff like that. It would make the AI harder. In a game like Watch Dogs 2, it's just, oh, the enemies have more health and shoot harder, basically.
You know what, Dubs? Make your own game.
I
Bring it to me, and
had
then I'll
I-
critique it.
if I could, I would make a game that appeals to people.
You'd
who
make
want a challenge.
Minecraft.
Yo,
No,
we-
I would not.
We should
Minecraft
save
horrible.
that topic for another day.
Yeah.
We could think about games
I mean-
like
Well,
a perfect
like,
game
what-
that we would
if-
make.
If we made a game, yes, exactly. If we made a game, what would
If
be
you
in
had
it for
if
next
you had
time?
unlimited manpower, if you had unlimited funding, unlimited time, or actually no, it doesn't matter about time. It'd just be released, right? So yeah,
We
if
might
you had,
also
if you
have
had
to
all
wrap
that,
it up
then
soon.
what would you make? Anyway, we'll save that for another.
Yeah.
We can close this and then end it. My
like-
last thing, you guys make the claim that we have too high expectations for AAA developers. I think that's ridiculous, and I think with the manpower and the resources they have, I think people expect too little, and so
This
they
might
deliver
sound weird,
too
but I
little.
agree and disagree with that. With what you just said.
It matters
think
what
in-
game comes out to have the expectation.
Yeah. Because
Lower
there's been
your
lots of
expectations
examples
for
where
games
right.
where like the developer team is 10 people. Sure, lower your expectations there, but when it's Activision and they have millions of dollars in funding and they have developer
Okay, I see
teams
what
of
you mean now.
well over 300 people, I expect a complete and well working game.
I wouldn't say the same thing for like,
That's-
especially if
that's
they're
another
working on a
thing where they're-
series. You can take
expecting a complete and well-working game that's having high expectations.
How is that having high expectations?
expecting a complete and
that should be the
well-working game.
minimum. I
can-
see,
That
I see
should
what
be the
Dubs is trying
minimum.
to say now.
That's
I
ridiculous to
understand.
say
Well, no,
that.
that's
We
another
shouldn't
thing
expect
of
that.
developers relying too much on being able to update their game and rushing it out and letting
Yeah.
I'm
the
even
public
okay.
test.
I'm okay with the day one patches
It's
to
like-
patch the bugs.
No,
But
okay,
when it's
Dishonored
things-
2. Think of that. That when that game
things.
launched, the FPS was literally like 20 in
Yeah,
certain
no,
areas.
yeah,
on my
no wonder
computer,
that
and my
game
computer's
is
a
not
beast.
doing too
No,
hot.
it's doing good now. They've
Okay,
been
but
patching
it-
it. But
it could
why
have
do I have
done-
to
it
wait for
could
that?
have
Why
done.
couldn't
Exactly,
they
it
just
could have
release
done way
it
better.
good
Thank you,
and
everybody,
test
for
it?
watching the whatever. Nah.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they have just patched it and tested it like ironed out all these bugs before they launched the game? Like
See,
they knew.
I
pretty
don't,
sure
I don't
they
get
knew
what you're
about
saying
this.
right now because you just said we have too high expectations for game developers. I don't get that.
No. I'm still on the thing about developers relying too much on.
That's one and the
thing.
same though. Like you should expect a functional game on launch, should you not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No,
so,
it's
Dishonored did not deliver that. Dishonored 2 was not a functional game on launch. The optimization.
That's what I heard. I
was
saw
awful.
some gameplay and the it was
definitely
actually
wasn't COD.
I remember I saw Gold Glove attempt to stream it, or maybe not Gold Glove. Someone attempt to stream it. It was hilarious.
I saw
On
a
launch
gameplay
day,
of it and it was bad.
50,000 people tuning in, watching, about to watch someone play it. He launches the game. He's getting 10 FPS. He's like,
that's
the
what I
streamer
saw.
was like, nope, this
I
game
saw
is
the
not
same
good.
thing.
This game is not good. Imagine how much that hurt the game.
See-
Like a game, a streamer with 50,000 viewers with a god tier rig gets like 10 FPS and closes the game. Like, yeah, this game isn't worth it. It's shit like that. That's
what's
gonna
the
hurt the
difference?
sales.
What's the difference between day one and day zero before they put the game out? Why?
It's
Why
that
do they
it's
get more
here's
data?
the thing.
Because
people,
it just
people,
it shows how much effort they put into the game.
Like obviously they wouldn't say, all right, this game only runs in 10 FPS, let's launch it anyway, and then take one extra day to patch it out. That's probably not what happened.
But no,
That's probably
that
not
they
their
took
mindset.
they
No,
took
early
at
days.
They
least
took like a week.
they took at least 2 months to patch it.
Oh, 2 months. Oh, okay. I thought it was a day one patch. My bad.
No, it was,
that's what
it
we were
was
talking
longer
about.
than that. I was
we
waiting
should-
weeks for.
I
it to
feel like
come
we
out.
need a part 2 of this for sure
Right.
because there's
Yeah.
definitely more that can be said about this stuff. We can, and there'll be more examples. Promise, there will definitely be more examples.
Yeah,
in the
what
near future.
what game launches this
Cody,
week?
you need to talk about your experience
Remember-
with fucking
Oh yeah, I'll get
with
into
that
that.
game because that was hard.
Remember Battlefield? What was
Oh,
it,
so
4
bad.
or was it? I don't remember which Battlefield.
Talk
Uh,
about it in the next episode though.
Hardline.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Maybe it was. I don't know.
Probably Hardline.
I don't know.
Hardline was the
Wrapping
stinker.
up-
They charged $60
things
for
up?
how much?
Yeah,
It was stinky.
It was a stinker. They chose that. I forget how much they charged on launch, but it was a glorified DLC. Glorified
No,
DLC.
they definitely
It
did
was-
exactly
it was
what
pretty
Call of
much
Duty
exactly
did.
like the last one. Yep. Well, they thought
Hardline
Call of
was
Duty, the Call of
Battlefield's
Duty
attempt
model was
to make
working,
Call
so they
of
probably
Duty.
just tried it out.
Yeah, we'll definitely come back.
Call
with
of
some
Duty
more
can
of
get
that.
away with it. Why can't we?
Okay.
Yeah, that's. I would say that's how they thought of it. Yeah, and I can't really blame them because it works. For some, I mean, it works.
Yeah, that
Makes money.
is the worst part. It does work.
Yep.
It works.
It's these blind fanboys who will defend anything that like it's like the COD fanboys who will defend every COD like no it's good, you just have to try it. Like no they're putting minimal effort into these games and it's unacceptable.
Or Daisy.
Or Daisy, exactly. There's a
Dude,
fucking
yeah, dude.
there is a reason that fan base has
Somebody tell
died.
Jimmy, man.
There is a
somebody tell
reason
Jimmy knows
Daisy's
that their fan base
is
has
dead.
died.
I know.
No, Jimmy's part of that fan base
Da-
that died.
But
No,
he
he's
knows
not.
the
Mr.
game
Got
is
Hope,
shit.
doesn't he?
He's not part of the fan base anymore.
Yeah, it's
You
no.
saw
I'm
his
talking
latest
about
video.
I'm talking about the blind, like
I
the
saw
people
that.
who are blindly supporting development, even though it's clearly flawed. And there's
Like
only
on
like
the
probably
subreddit.
5
Like
coders.
that was-
freaking, what's it
That
called?
was me when Dishonored 2 first came out. I was like, oh,
What's
this
the
game's
name
gonna
of-
be good. They're gonna patch it. It's gonna
What's-
be all good.
What's the
And
name
it's
of the?
still-
Oh my gosh.
Well,
we were
that
just
was a
talking
fair
about it.
expectation.
Well, that Hello Games
I
company?
think the
No,
Yeah.
that was my high hopes. That was not
Well,
expectation.
what
That
game
was
were we
so-
talking
yeah.
about? The one that was a complete. What's it called? By
No
Hello
Man's
Games.
Sky.
No Man's Sky.
No, man,
Oh, the
Exhibit.
no man's lie.
what about
There's
the
people
colon?
that support that, and I can't. I
Why?
can't. Oh man, it's
The
insane. They actually,
fanboys.
yeah.
The fanboys are real. It's ridiculous.
What about the culling? That was like a really big game, and that
Well,
was
the culling-
No, the culling actually
Ah,
died.
The coin
Yeah,
goes
the
fast.
culling
think
fan
there
base
was
died,
only
but
completely
the
dead.
three
game,
What
people who
happened
play
to
the
it?
game.
the game is
Yeah.
still good. Like for
It's
what
just-
it is.
For what I played, it was
Yeah.
pretty good. I think it just got stale,
Yeah, it just got.
you know. But
It wasn't like-
from what
Did
I
they
played,
even
I was
do
like,
anything
okay.
with it?
I,
Did they add anything to
I
it?
don't know what they did.
It's
I
like-
think they
I
did
don't
something
know,
like
but
full time.
They had
I
a
mean,
good
that
start
should
with
be
it.
that should be expected. One map, 20 weapons, one game mode. You should expect that shit.
The map is small,
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
make
right?
a game
so
like
That's
that.
fair.
Barely any people.
But you
per
can't say that the game is a bad game.
Oh, I can say it's a game
You
that
can
has
say
very little
You
content.
can say, yeah, you can say that.
But I think
Okay,
I
that's
think we
fair.
have to
solid,
give
and
Battlegrounds
it
its
provided
room
what
to-
they really said.
Yeah,
Let's just
Sure.
let Battlegrounds make its
Battlegrounds.
room, make its way into the battle royale.
I'm
Yeah,
it's
I
just
can
gonna-
see
for me
Battlegrounds
for,
is gonna have its
give it
love.
some
for
time.
someone who like is meh to H1Z1 and doesn't like Battlegrounds, it's just gonna be interesting watching them just chicken fight it out. This is gonna be funny. Just watching
Yeah,
watching one
definitely think
one
Battlegrounds
development
has
team
potential.
add something and the other be like, quickly add that.
Yo, freaking. Speaking of duels between games, freaking Friday the 13th and what's that other Dead by
Oh,
Daylight?
it's
yeah,
on-
Yep. I know
Well, okay,
exactly.
see,
I
I'm
check Twitch a
respecting.
lot, right?
I'm respecting the distance of Friday the 13th because they've delayed the game to polish
yep,
it.
they did. They
Thank you.
definitely
Okay,
did.
so
Thank
I
you.
check
Take
Twitch.
all the time
Like,
you need.
I check Twitch constantly. Like I was always trying to find new games to watch and all that.
Yeah.
And I saw Dead by Daylight near the top almost all the time, like in the,
Yeah,
in the
it
most
had that,
viewers.
yeah.
And
Yep.
then as soon as Friday the 13th came out, like okay, so before Friday the 13th came out, Dead by Daylight would probably get like well, actually not on average, but whenever I checked, I would see Dead by Daylight maybe top 10 on the list for most viewers. As soon as Friday the 13th came out, Friday the 13th shot up to like top 3 all the time, like for the beta. And then once the beta ended, freaking Dead by Daylight
Dead
just
by Daylight.
nowhere to be found on the list.
That's crazy.
Really?
That's because
That's
everyone.
barely
That's because
anybody.
everyone
Barely
realized
anybody
that
streaming.
that Dead by Daylight is just Friday the 13th. The game rushed out and with less features. That's all it is. That's straight up. That's Dead by Daylight. That's all
Now
it is.
it's way down there. It's like Ghost Recon Wildlands is
Dead
down
by
there
Daylight.
Well, Ghost Recon Wildlands was
Below
a product
GTA.
of its own. Was a
Yeah.
product of its own.
I used to
shitty
see Dead
development.
by Daylight near the
Ugh.
top all the time, and then when Friday the 13th came out, it dropped and it stayed
Rip.
down there.
Just
Like
rip.
I assumed it would go back up when Friday the 13th was over. Like when the beta period was over, I assumed it would go back up. Nope, just stayed down.
Nope.
Dude, Destiny.
I don't even see if Dead by
Destiny is
Daylight
higher on
okay.
Twitch than Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Rainbow
Oh my
Six Siege
God.
is literally right next to Infinite Warfare.
Hey, can
Infinite
we talk
Warfare is
about
bad, but just barely.
can we talk about Mass Effect?
Well,
Oh yeah. Oh, the face thing.
We gotta make it quick.
Oh,
yeah,
no, save that next week. Next week
Yeah,
we'll
we-
talk
yeah,
about
let's just-
Andromeda.
let's just-
And
Alright,
spoiler
okay.
alert, the shit show that it is.
Oh my god.
Really?
It is.
Really?
Oh yeah,
I can't wait to talk
It's
about
the
it.
biggest
shit. A
disappointment ever.
preview for everyone. It's a shit show. Oh
I
my
heard it was
god.
good. Like people tried
No,
it earlier,
no
I heard
way.
It was good.
No way.
No,
No
way.
Liquor,
Give-
it's
shut
good.
yourself.
It's good, but you'll
Is
understand
it just the
next
face
week.
thing?
I
No,
saw
no,
the
no,
face
shut up.
thing,
You'll
but-
you'll
No,
understand next
not
week.
even close.
All right, let's
You'll
Next
We'll
week.
find
understand next
out
week.
next week when
On
you
the
tune
next
in.
episode of-
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Once again, this episode of the Whatever Podcast was sponsored by the Whatever Podcast. You can check them out at twitch.tv/the Whatever Podcast.
And
Also
Oxygen.
sponsored by Air. Get it
Breathe.
free. It's everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, it's sponsored by Air. Breathe.
Thank you, everyone who
Oxygen or air?
came out to
Air.
the stream.
My bad.
Are you interrupting my thank you to the viewers for your shitty sponsorship?
Talk about air.
Sellouts.
What are you
Sellouts.
guys all doing? Anything you guys want to
Oh yeah, plugs.
Plugs.
Nick
Follow
uploaded
my Twitter
yesterday.
handle
Watch
on
that.
the top,
I
on the
did.
screen
Good
right
video.
there.
You can
Nick
watch that.
uploaded
It's
today.
not that great, but
The NC1,
You can
go
watch
watch.
youtube.com/JNC1 show.
Uploaded like maybe a year ago.
Months
Go ahead
ago.
and check that out.
Don't
Hopefully
check
I-
those videos out.
Cool.
Hopefully, I should be having a video this week, but then again, I said that last week,
Same.
and I got mandated out the asshole, and I couldn't get up because I was sleeping.
That was just said.
Hopefully video Monday, Tuesday. Today I'm gonna be streaming again in the evening, and be joining, or we're gonna be doing a Rockstar editor, with the new cars and the
Ooh.
new start races today.
Cars.
All right.
So yeah.
So check out that stuff. And is that all? Is that all everyone has to say?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cool.
All right. So we will see you guys back here next Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time for the next episode of the Whatever Podcast.
Thanks,
YouTube,
Levy.
Twitter, SoundCloud.
Down the panels.
And let us know your
Down.
thoughts on the
Oh
stream
yeah.
today.
Tweet your
Podcast.
thoughts. I will, or the Whatever Podcast. I will tweet something off the Whatever Podcast Twitter, and I will ask for topics for next week. So if you guys have any of those, be sure to tweet us,
No.
and we will.
Or put it in the comments.
We will take
in-
them
in
into
the-
account.
In the everything. Yes.
Goodbye, guys.
See you.
Thank you for
Day.
watching. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.